every return and surprise from the 2025 Royal Rumble. Now, heading into the 2025 Rumble, there were high expectations as fans went into this year's Rumble hoping for some major surprises. WWE had heavily teased surprises this year, and this naturally meant that excitement was through the roof. And with the 2025 Rumble officially in the books, did WWE deliver when it came to the surprises for the show, or did the show fail to live up to the hype? Now, before that question could be answered, it's vital that we actually take a look at every surprise return and cameo from the 2025 Royal Rumble. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Bubba Ray Dudley. Now, whilst not wrestling on the show, WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley made an appearance on the pre-show panel. Bubba Ray was insightful as ever, and with Dudley playing a key role in the upcoming WWE LFG show, it's likely that these appearances will become more and more common. Stephanie McMahon. And the show kicked off with a surprise appearance from Stephanie McMahon. McMahon is firmly back in the fold in terms of public appearances with WWE, and she was basically portraying the Triple H style role for the show. It'll be interesting to see how she's used as a character moving forward. Now, McMahon isn't assigned to any official role in WWE as things stand, but this has the potential to change, especially if WWE are insisting on having McMahon make appearances on major PLEs such as the Royal Rumble. Roxanne. A former NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez would make a surprise appearance in the Women's Royal Rumble. This appearance had been rumored for weeks, and it was even expected that this match may act as Perez's unofficial main roster call-up. Perez had a great showing in the match, and she's likely destined for big things on the WWE main roster. Lash Legend. Lash Legend was a name that seemed destined for the Royal Rumble match, and as expected, Legend had a stellar showing. Jada Parker. Jada Parker made her first ever Royal Rumble appearance, and to her credit, she received a decent reaction from the crowd. WWE are reportedly high on Parker, and the Rumble appearance indicates that she has a promising future in WWE. Jordynne Grace. WWE confirmed last week that Jordynne Grace had signed with the company. Grace was expected to make her official first appearance as a WWE star in the Women's Rumble, and Grace did just that, even though she said she was going to be there for her mum's 50th birthday party. Of course, we always love to see swerves like that, and Grace received an outstanding reaction from the live crowd, and it's even been reported that WWE have high hopes for the former TNA Women's Champion. Alexa Bliss. It was reported this month that Alexa Bliss may not be returning to WWE. However, those reports turned out to be false, and in a good way. Bliss received arguably the pop of the entire PLE, as the crowd reacted to Bliss like she was The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin returning. Bliss is now back on the full-time main roster, and based on her bringing a Lily doll to the ring, it appears that the supernatural elements of her character will remain intact. Now, with Bliss being eliminated by Liv Morgan, it's possible that Bliss will be involved in a feud between the Judgment Day and the Wyatt Six, as this has been a match that has been rumored for WrestleMania 41. Stephanie Vaquer. And the NXT stars were out in force on the Women's Royal Rumble as the WWE booked Stephanie Vaquer for the match. Vaquer received a positive reaction, and it was great to see her mix it up with the women of the main roster. Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is the certified GOAT of women's wrestling. Stratus entered the women's match, number 25. Stratus has been hinting at entering the Women's Rumble, and with WWE accidentally leaking her new merchandise, this surprise appearance was all but confirmed. It's unknown if this is going to lead to any more appearances, or Stratus just agreed to return for a one-off in the Women's Royal Rumble. Julia's Royal Rumble appearance came as a major surprise, as the reigning NXT Women's Champion wasn't a name that was rumored. She had a fantastic showing, and it appeared that her appearance mainly served to promote the upcoming NXT Vengeance Day show. Nikki Bella. The notable number 30 spot was taken by Nikki Bella this year, and whilst most fans wanted AJ Lee, there's no denying Nikki's popularity. Nikki had been discussing another run, and it looks like this is coming to fruition. WWE have subsequently released new merchandise for the former Divas Champion, as she would be a solid addition to either Raw or SmackDown. The Godfather. The Godfather was seen at ringside, and his appearance continues the trend of the wrestlers being used in guest spots on PLE events. Dude is obviously major cool, and he was even smoking a joint in the front row. Yeah, Godfather gave no Fs. Mickie James. and Mickie James was rumored to appear in the women's match, but fans had to settle for an appearance at ringside. James is set to be part of the WWE LFG show, so more appearances on WWE programming are definitely expected over the coming months. Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was another name seen at ringside, and he was even joined by his daughter and his prestigious Olympic gold medals. Now, these were actually the real medals that he won in the 1996 Olympics. Ron Simmons. A former APA member, Ron Simmons, was sitting at ringside during the show, and Simmons looked to be in great shape. Rick Steiner. Braun Breaker's dad, Rick Steiner, was present during the show, and he was no doubt there to support the reigning Intercontinental Champion during the men's Royal Rumble match. RVD. And when the camera cut to RVD in the crowd definitely woke up. RVD always receives a thunderous reaction, and the 2025 Rumble was no exception. IShowSpeed. Now, internet star IShowSpeed would be live streaming at the Royal Rumble event, and he would even make a major surprise appearance in the Rumble match itself. As following Akira Tozawa being unable to compete in the match, Triple H ordered Speed to enter the match. Speed would enter and actually make an elimination, which was kinda cool, but he would be hit with the most devastating spear from Braun Breaker before being thrown out of the match with a rough landing. Speed selling during his appearance was outstanding, and he clearly has a ton of love and respect for the world of professional wrestling. Speed sold that spear to absolute perfection, and even posted after the Rumble with a neck brace on. Talk about dedication, right? Joe Hendry. A TNA World Champion Joe Hendry was a name that fans wanted to see in the Royal Rumble, and WWE definitely delivered. Hendry went into the match to an earth-shattering ovation before being eliminated by Roman Reigns. And a returning AJ Styles. One of the names that nobody saw coming in the Royal Rumble was AJ Styles. Fans were under the impression that AJ was still on the injured list, but he looks healthy and is in fantastic in-ring shape. Now, there were some surprises that we didn't actually manage to see, but they were actually rumored to appear, one being Becky Lynch. Fightful also reported that Becky Lynch is actually under WWE contract as of now, but unfortunately she was not in town for the Rumble. Now, we were also supposed to get a Becky Lynch return at the Raw Netflix premiere, but that spot went to The Undertaker instead. Hopefully we'll see Becky Lynch back in the ring very soon. And of course, AJ Lee. Now, even though many thought that she wasn't going to be planned for it, there were hopes that she would actually come back for this Rumble. I guess it'll have to be another year until we have to wait for an AJ Lee return. But there you have it, folks, every return and surprise from the 2025 Royal Rumble. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.